as it looks onto the National War Memorial. And there you can see the obelisk with the eternal flame, very solemnly dressed for the occasion.
And here at the National War Memorial, there is an inter-services guard comprising 1 officer and 21 inner guards, 7 from each service, along with 6 buglers, 2 from each service, under the command of Major Indrajit Sachin. In fact, when the Prime Minister will arrive here, this guard is in attendance for the wreath-laying ceremony. And here to welcome the Prime Minister here, we have the Prime Minister's carcade going down Kartavya Path. And standing there ready to receive him, we have the Raksha Mantri Shri Rajnath Singh, the Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Chauhan, Raksha Rajya Mantri Shri Ajay Bhatt, Chief of Army Staff General Manoj Pandey, Chief of Naval Staff Admiral Radhakrishnan Harikumar, and the Chief of Air Staff Air Chief Marshal Vivek Ram Chaudhary.
इंडिया गेट और मेजर ध्यानचंद नेशनल स्टेडियम के बीच स्थित है राष्ट्रीय समर स्मारक। इसे सन 2019 में प्रधानमंत्री मोदी ने राष्ट्र को समर्पित किया था। हमारे गणतंत्र दिवस समारोह की शुरुआत अमर शहीदों को श्रद्धांजलि के साथ होती है। कृतज्ञ राष्ट्र की ओर से प्रधानमंत्री शहीद जवानों को श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करेंगे। उनका आगमन हो रहा है राष्ट्रीय समर स्मारक पर। आज के भारत का एक और तीर्थ है राष्ट्रीय समर स्मारक। ये स्मारक अपने वीर शहीदों के लिए राष्ट्र की कृतज्ञता का प्रतीक है। श्रद्धा और गौरव इन भावों का संगम है राष्ट्रीय समर स्मारक। प्रधानमंत्री की अगवानी के लिए रक्षा मंत्री श्री राजनाथ सिंह समर स्मारक पर आगमन देश के माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी का। रक्षा मंत्री, रक्षा राज्य मंत्री, रक्षा सचिव और तीनों सेनाओं के अध्यक्षों से मिलते हुए और राष्ट्रीय समर स्मारक की ओर धीरे धीरे प्रस्थान करते हुए माननीय प्रधानमंत्री।
Bestowing tribute, they say, is practiced not so much in words as in action, honoring and revering those who chose to embrace their lives with courage, discipline, dedication, and valor, is paying tribute in its finest form. Death may not be a choice, but sacrificing one's life for the country definitely is, and that's why it deserves our deepest gratitude. The Prime Minister will now lead the nation in paying homage to the immortal soldier by laying a wreath at the memorial. The circular wreath, symbolic of eternity, the continuity of life, a circle with no beginning and no end. The evergreens used in the wreath signifying everlasting life. The wreath laying will be followed by 2 minutes of silence to honor and venerate our immortal soldiers, those for whom the nation's safety and protection and integrity came first, always and every time.
प्रधानमंत्री द्वारा पुष्पांजलि अर्पित करने के बाद अंतर सेवागार्द सलामी शस्त्र और फिर शोक शस्त्र प्रस्तुत करते हैं।
The buglers sounding the rouse, and the guard commander ordering Salami Shastros salute with arms, marking the completion of 2 minutes of silence. A silence where quiet meets calm and time becomes tranquil, our hearts beating for those which now lie still. Time moves on to create a present, but in its wake it leaves behind stories, memories and heroes, some sung, but many unsung. And today, as we celebrate our 75th Republic Day here in New Delhi, and so many of us are witnessing this celebration from the secure and comfortable spaces we inhabit, our men and women in uniform stand firm and committed, guarding and protecting the length and breadth of this beautiful nation we all call home, across dry deserts and snow-clad mountains, along our long coastline and international borders, keeping us safe and secure. The Prime Minister now moving towards the ceremonial digital book, which is kept there to put down his thoughts of gratitude.
अमर शहीदों को राष्ट्र का नमन, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री द्वारा श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित की गई। इस समय उनके साथ रक्षा मंत्री, रक्षा सचिव, सीडीएस और तीनों सेनाओं के अध्यक्ष। अमर जवानों का बलिदान हमेशा प्रेरणा देगा आने वाली पीढ़ियों को। अब डिजिटल पुस्तिका में अपने विचार और अपने मन के भावों को दर्ज करेंगे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री। कैसे शब्दों में बांधें त्याग तुम्हारा, कैसे भावों के समंदर को समेटें हम जब देखते हैं नाम तुम्हारा। तुम मुझसे परिचित न थे, मैं भी तुमसे मिला न था, तुमने जीवन दे दिया मेरे लिए, रहूं मैं सुरक्षित हरदम और मेरे जैसे सब रहे सुरक्षित ये देश हमारा। मेरा तुम्हारा रिश्ता है अटूट, हमारी मातृभूमि है एक, तुम्हारा कर्म उत्कृष्ट है, तुम्हारा बलिदान श्रेष्ठ है।
The call of duty, when it beckons, drowns out everything else. Every soldier considers it a matter of honor to fight for the country. And that's what makes this sacrifice so supreme. Because the call a soldier answers raises no doubt, no questions, and no second thoughts. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will now depart from the National War Memorial after paying homage to the immortal soldier who lived to serve and served to save. And as the Prime Minister leaves the National War Memorial after the wreath-laying ceremony and moves towards the saluting base at Rajpath, he carries with him the gratitude of a nation for those who protected this country and a deeper responsibility to lead the nation towards a future that is equitable and secure for all.
अब माननीय प्रधानमंत्री प्रस्थान कर रहे हैं कर्तव्य पथ पर सलामी मंच की ओर। इंडिया गेट से राष्ट्रपति भवन का मार्ग कर्तव्य पथ अब गतिविधियों का केंद्र बनने वाला है। हमारा 75वां गणतंत्र दिवस समारोह।
Yes, the focus will now move to the saluting base, where after the arrival of President Draupadi Murmu, Kartavya Path will resonate with a medley of sounds, the clip-clop of hooves on the tarmac, martial music, the crisp crunch of marching boots, the mechanized rumble of military machine, beautiful folk music, the roar of fighter jets, and of course, repeated applause of an highly appreciative audience here.
We're now at the saluting days at Kartavya Path, where we await the arrival of the Prime Minister. The first glimpse of Rashtrapati Bhavan, and you can see the presidents of India and France, Srimati Draupadi Murmu and His Excellency Emmanuel Macron, as they emerge from the Grand Darbar Hall, bedecked with the shining chandelier and velvet tapestry. Both of them being escorted by the Military Secretary, Major General Ranjit Singh Manral, and the Deputy Military Secretary, Group Captain Abhay Fansalkar. The ADCs, Major Rohit Rasgotra and Squadron Leader Saurabh Sharma, escorting the two presidents as they move to the forecourt, wherein we've got the President's bodyguard in position to give the salute to the Supreme Commander and then escort her to the saluting base on Kartavya Path.
देश की सेनाओं की सर्वोच्च कमांडर भारत की राष्ट्रपति माननीय श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू, इस वर्ष के गणतंत्र दिवस के हमारे खास मेहमान फ्रांस के राष्ट्रपति श्री इमैनुअल मैक्रों के साथ दरबार हाल से फोर कोर्ट की ओर राष्ट्रपति भवन के प्रांगण की ओर प्रस्थान कर रही हैं। राष्ट्रपति महोदया के ठीक पीछे हैं राष्ट्रपति के सैन्य सचिव मेजर जनरल रंजीत सिंह मनराल और राष्ट्रपति के उप सैन्य सचिव ग्रुप कैप्टन अभय फंसलकर। साथ में अनुशासित ढंग से आगे बढ़ रहे हैं एडीसी स्क्वाड्रन लीडर सौरभ शर्मा और एडीसी मेजर रोहित रसगोत्रा। प्रेसिडेंट बॉडीगार्ड द्वारा राष्ट्रपति श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू को राष्ट्रीय सैल्यूट दिया जाएगा। नेशनल सैल्यूट के पश्चात राष्ट्रपति महोदया इस वर्ष के गणतंत्र दिवस के खास मेहमान के साथ ऐतिहासिक बग्गी में कर्तव्य पथ की ओर प्रस्थान करेंगे।
The smartly turned out President's bodyguard in the forecourt of Rashtrapati Bhavan on their magnificent horses, the senior-most regiment of the Indian Army that is 251 years old since its raising in 1773. A unique and distinct regiment as it carries out mounted ceremonial duties for the President. Their officers and men, excellent horsemen, trained tankmen and paratroopers. And now you get to see the special presidential carriage that is making its appearance at the Republic Day parade after 40 years. The horse-drawn buggy that has gold-plated rims and looks extremely comfortable was used by the British in the pre-independence era and later remained with the Rashtrapati Bhavan. It is used now for Republic Day functions. In fact, it was used till 1984 and then discontinued. It, of course, has an interesting history as it became part of India's history post-independence based on the toss of a coin. Initially used by the President for ceremonial occasions, everyone really excited to see this unique buggy.
इधर कर्तव्य पथ पर माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी का आगमन हो रहा है। राष्ट्रीय समर स्मारक पर जिन्होंने कृतज्ञ राष्ट्र की ओर से अमर शहीदों को श्रद्धा सुमन अर्पित किए, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री महोदय विधिवत स्वागत करेंगे उपराष्ट्रपति महोदय का उनके आगमन पर और उसके पश्चात माननीय राष्ट्रपति श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू का आगमन होगा। इस वर्ष के गणतंत्र दिवस के हमारे खास मेहमान फ्रांस के राष्ट्रपति श्री इमैनुअल मैक्रों का माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी का स्वागत रक्षा मंत्री श्री राजनाथ सिंह द्वारा।
All eyes now on Prime Minister Modi, who will emerge from his car at saluting base for the first time today. At saluting base. And we're all waiting with bated breath to see his beautiful bandhani turban with a matching cravat. His choice of the turban and formal attire, quite a matter of interest for everyone who is here. Prime Minister Modi being received by the Raksha Mantri, Shri Rajnath Singh, the Chief of Defence Staff, the three chiefs of the armed forces, the Raksha Rajya Mantri, Shri Ajay Bhatt, and the Defence Secretary, Shri Giridhar Aramane. as he makes his way to the enclosures where the ministers from the cabinet, states and their families are all happy and excited to see him and greet him on the occasion of the Republic Day. Prime Minister Modi has always made it a point to personally greet as many people as possible who are on either side of Kartavya Path on this special day. And as was mentioned earlier, there are special invitees this year too to witness the parade, invited on the Prime Minister's behest. Women workers from the electronic manufacturing industry, guests who have featured on the Prime Minister's weekly radio program Mann Ki Baat, space and rocket scientists from ISRO, farmers from the agricultural sectors and professionals from other fields, all seated in these special enclosures. You can see the Finance Minister and other dignitaries, the External Affairs Minister, Mr. Jaishankar,
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी विशिष्ट अतिथि दीर्घा में केंद्रीय मंत्रिमंडल के सदस्यों, वरिष्ठ अधिकारियों, केंद्रीय गृह मंत्री, लोकसभा अध्यक्ष और सभी विशिष्ट अतिथिगणों का अभिवादन स्वीकार करते हुए प्रथम परिवार के सदस्य भी यहाँ पर 75वें गणतंत्र दिवस का हिस्सा बन रहे हैं और विशेष अनुराग उनके प्रति प्रदर्शित करते हुए माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी, बहुत ही खुशनुमा अवसर, चिरस्मरणीय अविस्मरणीय 75वां गणतंत्र दिवस।
The Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar, and his wife, Srimati Sudesh Dhankar, have arrived here, and the Prime Minister rushing to greet them. Greetings being exchanged as they move forward and are acknowledging the greetings from the other dignitaries who are present here, the three service chiefs, the CDS. We're all now waiting for the President of India and the President of France to arrive here. As the Vice President makes his way to the special enclosure, you can see the glimpses of the stately procession with the President's bodyguard bringing the two presidents in state. To be a member of this elite regiment, the men have to be physically fit and mentally alert. The minimum height for each of the troopers is 6 feet, and it is the only regiment of the Indian Army that wears the bright red long coats with gold girdles and white breeches, a blue and gold ceremonial turban with a distinctive fan and Napoleon boots with spurs.
देश की सेनाओं की सर्वोच्च कमांडर भारत की राष्ट्रपति माननीय श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू, उनके साथ इस वर्ष के गणतंत्र दिवस के खास मेहमान फ्रांस के राष्ट्रपति श्री इमैनुअल मैक्रों आकर्षक बग्गी में रायसीना पहाड़ी से कर्तव्य पथ की ओर अग्रसर हो रहे हैं। राष्ट्रपति महोदय का ये काफिला प्रेसिडेंट बॉडीगार्ड की यूनिट और यहाँ कर्तव्य पथ पर प्रतीक्षारत माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी, रक्षा मंत्री श्री राजनाथ सिंह, रक्षा राज्य मंत्री श्री अजय भट्ट, तीनों सेनाओं के प्रमुख, चीफ ऑफ डिफेंस स्टाफ और उपस्थित जनसमूह उत्कंठा से सबकी निगाहें रायसीना पहाड़ी की ओर। विशिष्ट आमंत्रित मेहमान 13,000 के आसपास देश के कोने कोने से पहुंचे हैं। साथ ही वरिष्ठ अधिकारीगण, विदेशी राजनयिक भी हमारे आज के इस राष्ट्रीय गौरव पर्व का हिस्सा बन रहे हैं। देश की प्रगति में प्रत्यक्ष और परोक्ष रूप से योगदान देने वाले वो सभी लोग आज अपने आप को गौरवान्वित महसूस कर रहे हैं, जो कर्तव्य पथ पर मौजूद हैं और जो नहीं भी मौजूद हैं, वो इन दृश्यों से उसका आनंद ले रहे हैं।
members of the diplomatic corps representing their countries, and the common man and woman of India, all gathered together to celebrate this fabulous ceremony. The Prime Minister and other dignitaries waiting to receive the President of India and the President of France as they arrive down Kartavya Path.
ख़ास मेहमान, ख़ास तौर पर 75वें गणतंत्र दिवस की जो मुख्य थीम है, जो मुख्य धारा है, नारी शक्ति, और इस बार की जो गणतंत्र दिवस की आकर्षक परेड है उसमें नारी शक्ति का अनोखा प्रदर्शन, चाहे वो मैकेनाइज्ड कॉलम्स हों, चाहे वो सशस्त्र सेना बल हों, केंद्रीय मंत्रिमंडल के सदस्य यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं कर्तव्य पथ पर, और हवा में स्वर लहरियां गूंज रही हैं अथ स्वागतम, शुभ स्वागतम की, जो संकेत है माननीय राष्ट्रपति महोदया के कर्तव्य पथ पर आगमन का।
Ananta Sutra, the endless thread textile installation displayed behind the seated spectators by the Ministry of Culture. And you can see these visually stunning saris, panels that have been mounted here, a total of 1900 saris and drapes from every corner of the country. Each panel has a QR code that when scanned gives you details about the weave and embroidery or other embellishments used on it. This is a tribute to the woman power of India, the millions of weavers who have preserved the timeless traditions and passed on the skill through generations. The installation here also includes a 150-year-old sari. You can see the President's bodyguard in symmetry moving towards the saluting base, handpicked by the President's Secretariat from mainstream armored regiments. This unit has been taking part in several peacekeeping operations as well. The President's bodyguard, Commandant Colonel Amit Birwal, and the President acknowledging the greetings of the spectators who are seated on either side of Kartavya Path. A nation proud to be led by a woman president.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Honourable President of India, Srimati Draupadi Murmu, and the Chief Guest is Excellency.
Once again, as President Draupadi Murmu and President Macron will arrive at the saluting base, they will be received by the Prime Minister.
It's a great honour to have His Excellency
And then introduced to the other guests who are here
Chief Guest on the moment
before she makes her way to the saluting base and her special seat.
we warmly welcome our Honourable Chief Guest. India and France are long-standing strategic partners in Indo-Pacific committed
President Macron and President Murmu using the traditional Indian greeting, Namaste, with folded hands, which has now become a global greeting.
India, Sri Narendra Modi, who will introduce them to the Honourable Defence Minister and other dignitaries.
The atmosphere warming up here as the mist and fog slowly lift to reveal the radiant faces, the joyous crowds that have assembled here. Prime Minister Modi greeting President Murmu, and of course his friend, the President of France, Emmanuel Macron. A warm embrace and a handshake, an exchange of words as they set the tone for the celebration of their partnership. the President being introduced to the Raksha Mantri, the Rajya Raksha Mantri, the Chief of Defence Staff and the three chiefs, General Anil Chauhan, General Manoj Pandey, Admiral Hari Kumar, Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary. President Macron making it a point to shake hands with each of our dignitary. As soon as the presidents and the Prime Minister reach their designated seats, as they climb up the short span of stairs, a 21-gun salute will be given by the ceremonial battery of 871 Field Regiment using the 105mm Indian field gun. And as the thunderous sounds of the guns resonate across the entire Kartavya Path, heralding the start of the parade under the patronage of the Supreme Commander, the national flag will be unfurled and the national anthem will be played by the military bands positioned across below the national emblem, the lion capital of Sarnath. Everyone present here and those watching us at home will also stand in honor and respect of the tricolour unfurled on the 75th Republic Day.
The President